Enough is enough for people to be using my name illegally. I will not accept that any longer. One thing that we don't know is that while we are in a position and we oppress the poor, we oppress the widows, their cries reach God faster than any other person's own. And those that have leadership over people must have the fear of God. So if we are not improving the welfare of the people, as we cannot do everything once, we cannot overburden them. So I ask you in this opening speech to feel free and to underscore the fact that we have nothing to hide. And we are on live telecast. And let me also let you know that people that are making noise will continue to make noise, and will continue to advance the state. The state is becoming too sophisticated for them. As we begin to walk on water, because very soon we start walking on water, we leave them to be complaining that we are raising dust. That is their stock in trade. But if you see them, they are dressing. If you see how they work out, you see that they have lost touch with the status of the state. Can we say, may God have mercy on them in Jesus' name. Amen. So this interaction is not going to end in 1 hour or 2 hours. It will end at the time that our people are satisfied and our people are happy and we have a common position. So tighten your belt and sit back and let the plane take off. God bless you. Thank you very much.
For want of time, I will not go into a preamble that you have already laid. Please, can you lend me your ears? I will not go into preamble that you have already laid and established, but distinguished audience, let me say synoptically that while we are here today is to resolve the complaints of the public, very few, in some cases over-exaggerated by people who want to score cheap political points, and also expose the people who are behind the mudslinging and the name-calling of this government and the government on the area of IGR. From the slide that we have, pages 1 to page 90, page 1 to page 77 of the slide contains the Ebonyi State Revenue Laws. Everything that you need to know about how much you pay for any particular item is contained on that. In due time, the ICT people will be scrolling through them in case you can't find it on the newspaper that you have. But I need to say that when you go through the pages of the newspaper, you may see manifest fees in that paper. It was as a result of the outcry of the public because they were being extorted by fraudulent men in the society and even the transporters themselves. The governor had to ban the collection of manifest fee in Ebonyi State. Therefore, if you find manifest fee on that newspaper, that manifest fee had long been abolished by the state government. At page 90, I want us to start with our quarries as one of the revenue heads in Ebonyi State. We have 8 contractors that are collecting revenue for us on all our quarries. And the 8 contractors are listed as you will see on the screen. 24-hour Contractors Limited for Jinzang at Ezulo, Prince Amy Global Services Limited, our quarry in the whole of North, Nankata Mall International Limited, our quarry at Central Zone. Mr. Casey Services collects our IGR on quarries in Ebonyi South Zone. Maxo Global Resources Limited collects our IGR at Umahi quarry. New Daniels Global Limited collects at Crush Rock Ishiado. New Bamson Limited collects at Proxy Quarry Ezulo. And Joyfield Jivik Global Nigeria Limited collects as Ezai Mego. These contractors have their targets. Ebonyi State government made comparison between Cross River State, Akwa Ibom State, and Abia State to know how much haulage fees that are payable by a driver. And haulage on trailer, Ebonyi State government collects 6,000, and haulage on tipper, Ebonyi State collects 3,000. For these other states I mentioned, for instance in Abia, what they collect is 8,000 naira on trailer. They also collect 8,000 naira on a tipper, making a total of 16,000 naira, as against 9,000 naira that Ebonyi State government collects. We do not have at the moment that of Cross River because it is omitted here, but theirs is about 16,000 naira also. For Akwa Ibom, they have to shuttle between Cross River and Abia sometimes, and some of them come here. So theirs is quite astronomically high. This is to give you an idea that Ebonyi State government is not out to reap the public, but we are fair and fair enough in our judgments and decisions. The expected daily revenue from each of these contractors is also on the table that you are seeing on the screen. The expected monthly revenue from them is also seen on the screen, that is on the last column. They collect revenue for 25 days, and what they collect is also there. So at the end of the month, what Ebonyi State government collects from the quarry sector is what you can see down there, 33.725000, and that is on the area of quarries. Another area of IGR, another subhead, is the markets. Your Excellency, distinguished gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is the area that the whole public seem to be raising their voices, and an area that the enemies of government the hoodlums, and also the miscreants take advantage of. We have made arrests, I need to inform you, Your Excellency, and distinguished audience. There are people that have gone to the market to print fake receipts to collect market tolls in the name of government, when government have not appointed them. Some of them are cooling off in the prisons as we speak. There are also some who masquerade as fake contractors. They print receipts in the name of the head contractor, and they go and collect illegal receipts from the public. But today, we need to resolve some of these issues. For the 13 local government areas, these are the local governments that make revenue contribution from the markets to Ebonyi State government. There are 8 in number out of the 13 local government areas. And there are easy local government area. What they remit to Ebonyi State government revenue account every month is 450,000 naira. What Ebonyi local government remits to Ebonyi State government IGR account every month is 500,000 naira. And I will explain why there are some disparities in the figures. For Abakaliki local government, they remit 2,300,000 naira every month. For Huku local government, they remit 5,500,000 every month. For Eza South, they remit 150,000 every month. Let me hear yes. For Eza North, they remit 410,000 every month. That idea that Ebonyi State government receives from the 13 local government areas monthly is 10,065,000 naira only. Why is Ohuku revenue input to the account 5.5 million? It is because of the donkey market that we have in Ohuku. Each donkey, the owner of the donkey is expected to pay certain amount of money, and because of the volume of transaction and trade, it increases. It is a commercial activity that happens on daily basis, so they generate higher revenue from that donkey market. That is why you are having that figure that is 5.5 million. It is not to the knowledge of Ebonyi State government that any other local government area makes any remittance to our IGR account. And the contractors that are handling this revenue collection from these local government areas are Easy Local Government, Afripage Realities Limited. His telephone number is also on the screen. I'm sure. Where is the ICT person? Huh? The telephone number of the contractor is there on the screen, so that you can note it and ensure that if there is anything going wrong, you should be able to reach the contractor. For Ebonyi Local Government, it is Zero Dispute Contractors Limited. The telephone number is also there. For Abakaliki Local Government area, the contractor is Temtech Limited. His telephone number is also there. ICT, why is the thing not moving? For Ohuku Local Government, Clem Petrus is a Clem Petrus Enterprise Nigeria Limited. The telephone number is there. Kelichi Investment Limited is for Eza South. Enic Integrated Farms is for Ezza North. Milton Favius Limited is for Ipo local government. Livilis Ventures Nigeria Limited is for Afikpo North. And the telephone numbers are all there. I also need to say to us that only on very specific items do you have revenue amount collectible from the local government area markets above 50 naira. ICT. Can you get to the market? For those in the market in the local government areas, it is 50 naira. Fees on produce is 50 naira. And when they charge you for obstruction, they collect 100 naira from you. For business premises, it is 1,000 naira for those who own shops per annum. For a whole year, it is 1,000 naira, meaning that you are supposed to pay less than 100 naira for a shop in the market in the local government areas. For trade and adverts, for those who want to do advertisement, billboards and the rest of them, you are to pay 1,000 naira per annum for the whole year. It is less than 100 naira a month. For storage, it is also 1,000 naira per annum. This is the figure that is wrong. It's 1,000 naira per annum. And for animal inspection, it is 100 naira per butcher. For those who kill donkey, for one live donkey in the market, it is 500 naira. Okay. So, if you check, and in your own local government area, they are collecting anything above the figures that you see here, know that the enemy is at work. Arrange people to go and arrest the person, beat them up, and lock them up in the police if you can. For the tenement rates, here we have had several meetings with the Landlords Association, their leadership, and the ICT person should also go to the tenement rate. The rate as proposed in our 2016 approved chart for Ebonyi State was based on 8.4% of the total value of a property. But because of the perception our people have that there is poverty in the land, that we are not like River State, we are not like Lagos State, they say they won't be able to pay the value, the percentage value of their properties. And we're arguing until the Landlord Association say that what they will be able to pay as of now is going by their own valuation. That each property has a value attached on it by them, and they are prepared to pay 5% of that value. We have gotten to a point where they nominated an estate valuer, and our state government is nominating an estate valuer to go together into valuation of all the properties in Ebonyi, so that we can establish the actual property value for each property we have in Ebonyi. But at the moment, if they are to pay the 8.4%, you will see on the column the annual proposed rates that they are to pay. At the moment, what the landlords are paying is 5%. And as of today, I am not sure that the Ebonyi State government has received up to 20 million naira from the tenement rates in Ebonyi. Same with environmental fees and also fire service fees. I also need to inform us that, Your Excellency, the reason why there seems to be an outcry in this area is because the public, the unsuspecting public, have made themselves vulnerable, and that is what we are trying to cure today. The hoodlums are trying to take advantage of the vulnerability of our populace to charge them and go and collect fees from them in the fear that if they don't pay, that government will come after them. In actual sense, government is not the one coming after them. We agreed with the Landlord Association on how to reach out to their members to make this payment straight to bank. And the chairman of the Landlord Association is also here to bear testimony to the fact that the landlords have been collecting and making payment directly to the banks themselves. So anybody who comes to harass you in the name of government is actually not sent by government, but by some overzealous agents who are trying to enrich their pockets. Your Excellency, the rates that are payable on each category of property, ranging from flat, one-bedroom, apartments, to flats, and to bungalows, including story buildings, are all contained in the chart as I earlier enumerated. They are also contained in the newspapers that we have. So if anybody is charging you anything above that, please make haste to report to us or to the police. We have tried to introduce POS in the collection of revenue in Ebonyi State. But sir, it is very unfortunate and very disheartening that our people are the ones that chase away these contractors. The police commissioner called me at one time to say that the people using POS to collect revenue for Ebonyi State government are in their custody. What was the issue? The issue was because some of the agents who used to collect unreceived cash as commission from these people at their whims and caprices no longer have access to collecting this money direct from them, because by payment of revenue and tolls through POS, nobody touches money. It goes directly to the bank, and they revolted against the people and started beating them up. It took my intervention for them to be released. Again, the POS was configured in such a way and manner that when it was deployed to the local markets, they attempted to collect through the use of POS. Unfortunately, it was not reporting on our platform, and we are losing revenue. We decided to suspend the use of POS in the local areas until a proper reconfiguration is done. I am glad to report to you, Your Excellency, and distinguished audience, that as of today, that configuration has been perfectly done. And in the next couple of weeks, we shall be deploying POS into our rural areas to collect tolls so that nobody will henceforth be defrauded by criminals and hoodlums. I also need to tell us that the issue of collection of tolls by criminals is not something that started today. It is something that started even before some of us were born. I know that when I was younger, that people used to lobby council chairmen for them to be appointed revenue collectors in the local government areas and in the markets, so that they can go and print fake receipts and collect money into their pockets. Today, it is still happening, but why there is now a public outcry is because this government is alive to its responsibilities to arrest those who are out to malign this administration. Your Excellency and distinguished audience, for want of time, and that others may contribute for us to go into interactive session, I want to say that anything, any area of conflict, any area that the entire public is not too comfortable with on our idea, the floor is open for them to complain. We shall respond to it, but I want to assure you on behalf of His Excellency the Governor and the government of Ebonyi State that any complaint on the area of IGR must be tackled and will not rest until we resolve that issue. Just to say that you should shine your eyes, because at Ababa Market here, a lot of people have gone there in the name of government to go and collect 500 naira, 1,000 from the vegetable sellers in the name of government. And people rush to pay that, thinking that it is government that is collecting. In the weeks to come, all our revenue agents must be coming to you in their uniforms, so that once you see them, you will know that these are the true agents of government. But don't also fail to know that the criminals will not stop at nothing. They can also go to sew the same uniform to come and harass you and tell you that they are collecting for government. In some cases, it is also saddening to note that some of our community leaders and some persons in government connive with these criminals to rip off our people. And because a government official is involved, the public will think that it is the state government that is responsible for it. It is the responsibility of our traditional rulers. It is the responsibility of our community leaders that where the villagers and the market people are crying foul, that you should step in and arrest the situation. Where it is not solvable by you, you report to the state government and we shall step in to solve it. Your Excellency, distinguished audience, it is on this note that I want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity in this town hall meeting to explain what the internally generated revenue of Ebonyi State is, how it is working, and to finally say that with your help, Ebonyi State government can be making up to 500 million, up to 1 billion naira in a month that can sustain the infrastructural development that Engineer Chief David Umahi is doing. It is only Ebonyi State that its idea is not up to 200 million naira in a month. Other states, Lagos State posts 40-something billion. Rivers State posts 18-20 billion. Enugu State government here posts 3 to 4 billion in a month. But in Ebonyi, it is less than 200 million naira in a month. It is something that we are not proud of. It is something that we are appealing to you to support the state government to see how we can scale up what we are doing, especially in the area of collection of IGR. I need to say too, that if every taxable adult in Ebonyi State, we pay Ebonyi State government 100 naira, just 100 naira as personal income tax, Ebonyi State government will be making over 1 billion naira in a month. But this is something that is like a tall order to our society. Yes, you would want to sit down and enjoy good roads, you would want to enjoy pipe water, you want to enjoy street lights, you would want to enjoy all the modern trappings of infrastructure that will come into Ebonyi State. But just pay 100 naira as your personal income tax. It has become a terrible issue that the government is imposing on you. I want to appeal to us to reorientate our minds and begin to become supportive and play a partnership role in nation building and in state building. This is the only way we can grow. Thank you and God bless all of you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Please can we give him a round of applause? Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, before we start, let me also inform you that when we begin the interaction, ọkwa nsịta oyibo anyị asụ Igbo, onye na-asụ Igbo ọsụ Igbo, onye na-asụ village ọsụ asụsụ be ha. Please, so far, the following persons have identified with us here. For Masters Bakers Association, is the Phoenix. For Landlords Association, Chief Justice Yamala. For Market Association, Emmanuel Ogodo Eba. For the Market Women Organization on Empowerment and Development, or Tony Christiana. For National Association of Nigerian Students, Owe Joshua. For Association of Town Union, Ugochukwu Abba. For House Women Traders Association, Ekwe Cynthia. We also have for cattle dealers, Alhaji Sule Mohammed. For SUG Ebsu, Obu Emmanuel, Ada Isokoma, Nketi Sunday. SUG School of Health Tumbo, Alo Steven, Idoko Market, NS Godwin, Owo Mbo Market Traders, Women Wing. We have Ali Lovett. And also we have Udokama Women, Ndidi Ifedi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Action is now about to start. So all the people that are collecting market toll in the local government, the contractors should file themselves out there. They should file themselves out, and then we want the market women, traders, stakeholders. We are treating the local government revenue now. So I want the people that want to ask questions to now come up too. So we are going to do the following. Market and all the markets, especially the one of local government. I take your decision, Makia. I have done a tenement rate. I have buy tenement rate. I take your decision there. I have done I take your decision. Then the big one is the consolidated revenue. Ebe ana kunye ihe pasa environment. You know, ihe pasa fire service, ihe pasa all other revenues are populated one by one. So let us start with the local government markets. Can I have the list back from Ududa and Chief Press Secretary? Then the women or market people should quickly come out for their complex.
Yes, we're still at Bangalore Tatanshi Stadium at Bakaliki on the town hall meeting of His Excellency Apostle Engineer Dr. David Umahi with a bunch of stakeholders and other people on the internally generated revenue. The state government received the complaints and deemed it necessary today to meet with the people, market women, landlord association and other government functionaries or the contractors on the need to address all these complaints and put it to rest so that Ebonyi people will know actually the activities of the state government.
Please, where are the contractors, please? Contractors have mentioned, please come to the stage. Because only market women in the Toro,
bring the list for me. Yes, where is the contractor for Isi local government? Where are you? Raise your hand up. Okay. Ndiji, onye nwere ihe ọ ga-ekwu maka ihe na collecting Isi market. The contractor na collecting ebe a now.
ndị isi nwere iwe wetara efufu biko bịa bekwa ya onwe nwere achịrị ọchị gbasara ndị ala na kobole n'iji local government ọ bụrụ nwere onye ọbịa ndị isi nọ na ya okay.
Ebonyi local government, the same thing, not in any order. Abakaliki, Ohuko, Ezar South, Ezar North, Ikwo, Apipo North. So, Oya, Nyeli market women, Kapuo, Hajo Ikwo, Ikwo, Ebehana, Eben Chobuhaji.
Ana mabone ya Filipo, so Ikwo.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. My governor, the executive governor of Umahi State, Chief David Umahi, I'm with you, sir. Great environmental women. Mrs. Akodi and State Woman Leader, Ebonyi State Market Women. Ebonyi State. For 14,000 naira in a year. After that 14,000, on where the normal payments in a month, security, and 300 naira per month. Anyway, challenges for 2 months ago. To 2017. The letter with me. So I from 2012 to 2017. However, the amount has a name.
Hold on, madam. Eka ga-ekwukwa gaa weta akwụkwọ ahụ. Weta ya. SAIGR should mount the rostrum. SAIGR, and then the contractor that gave them the notice should also raise his hand up. Yes, SAIGR, who is the contractor for that income tax?
Yes, the income tax is assessed by tax authorities. It's not contracted out at other collection.
Who gave the order for the income tax from 2012? Who gave the order? You did not know, but you know that the income tax is assessed by tax authority.
Yes, yes.
So who is the tax authority?
I'm the tax authority, yes.
You are? You risk being arrested by me today, because if I discover all this nonsense, I will make arrest. I'm asking you a very serious question. You gave somebody to pay income tax from 2012 to 17, and government is not aware of it. So who is the contractor, and if you are the assessor, you assess them without putting any amount for them to pay?
The assessment authority of each tax jurisdiction.
I didn't hear you.
The assessment authority have different tax jurisdiction. So it is when I see the paper, we have Abakaliki, we have Akaliki, we have Ebonyi, we have Ubodo.
And only you is assessing all these things. Only you.
No, I'm assessing the assessment authority. I'm not the one assessing.
Who is the assessment authority? You said you are the one.
No, the assessment authorities, we have AS in all these jurisdictions.
I don't understand you. Who are the heads? Are they contractors or government?
No, they are government staff, yes. They are staff of
Tax investigation and assessments 2012 to 2017. Pursuant to section 46, subsection 47A to D of personal income tax cap, this laws of Federal Republic of Nigeria as applicable upon state. Please be informed that detailed investigation of your tax matter 2012 to date has been arranged by this office in order to recover past 6 years tax evaded by you through negligence, willful default and omission. You are therefore required to attend an interview with me at this office on or before 23rd with the following documents: bill of quantity, if any, tax receipt. Alternatively, you can engage this service of professional accountant to prepare complete past year's final income tax with audit. Now, the point remains that, Madam, na akwụkwọ ha nyere gị na o nwere ihe dị ọjọọ na ya, mana mmasị gịnị na ESCO members amara about ihe a, even though na he mere agree na people ga-akwụ income tax, mana achọghị na ndị mmadụ income tax ekwesịrị iwebata ya na ESCO. A na-edenye ndị dị otu akwụkwọ amara ego ole gọọmenti ga-asị na ha ga-akwụ, and achọghị na ndị mmadụ tax ekwesịrị ịkpọkọta ha n'otu n'otu, akpa ya akpa, si nekwa amara ihe ọbụla dị ha n'obi ka a ga-esi na yaba tax. So I am suspecting the income tax till further notice. Thank you. So anyway, anybody goes to the market to collect income tax, it is illegal from today until further notice. And if we want to collect income tax from markets, we will engage the market men and women. We will discuss with them. We will know what is convenient for them. But in the meantime, all income tax to all the markets are hereby suspended. Okay, Madam Neukwari. The security money unu na akwa borokwa government ka unu na akwa ya okwa ndi otu unu ka unu na akwa ya okwa ya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ego unu na akwa na security oburu ibu?
Obughị ibu maka na onwe ndị ji akwụ salary.
Obi dị unu maka nke ahụ.
Obi dị mma na nke ahụ. Ebe na-ewuta anyị bụ aja na ụmụ nwaanyị na-echicha na village. Bịa nọ na meat market ma na Gunning Road ma ebe ọbụla ahịa dị iche iche. Ndị ama bụ ndị ewepụtara ase ndị task force na-ejide ha ga-afụ onye ji akwụkwọ nri a ga-erete 200 naira anara onye ahụ 200 eburuba steeti ya tinye na bọs.
Okay. Olugente. Sitata na ganiru na market anyị niile. Onye anatakwa na ụmụ nwanyị ya na-abịa enwere shop. Mmadụ anachikwa na ha ego ọbụla. Thank you. Thank you. Onye ọbụla nara ụmụ nwanyị enwere shop ego ọbụla na ebe niile na Ebonyi steeti. Onye ahụ ga-aga nga abalị ise. Lọ́wọ́ bí ìdíje o Nàjú. Hold on. Okay. All hawkers, no more tax or revenue. All hawkers, no tax or revenue. Yes. Get on to. Madam na-ekwukwa nchọrọ ịma mkpu unu niile ihe gbasara Ebonyi steeti mma sọvdo fancha tata. O nwere ihe ọzọ na-akpagbu unu mee ka anyị mara.
Ọ bụ ha na o nwere ka eji wee mee ụmụ nwaanyị na-eji na villages na-apụta sọmụbụ ji ihe ha kọtara akọta ka ha ji ọ bụrụ ihe ha kọrọ ego na ndị goro ego mana ihe ha ji pụta anya nwere nke watụrụ 1,000 naira.
Ọkwa ya sigo na o nwere onye ọbụla ga-anazi nọọ ndị nwe shop n'ahịa ga na-akwụ ụgwọ. Onye nwere shop o nwekwana ụgwọ na-akwụ. Unu na-aga afịa unu ewere mgburu tinye na ihe a unu. Onye dị n'ụlọ ihe a unu etijie ya ụkwụ.
Thank you.
His Excellency.
Hold on. Go ahead, madam.
His Excellency.
Yes.
The executive governor of Ebonyi State, the wonder-working governor, the governor that gave us flights, gave us roads, and turned Ebonyi State into a Dubai of Nigeria. We salute you. We, the market women organization of Ebonyi State, we are happy for what we have seen and what we are experiencing today. You have given the women of Ebonyi State a voice.
Madam, you sound like TA. You are hereby appointed one. You are hereby appointed technical assistant to the governor on market women affairs. Effective from 1st of August. The commissioner says there are two TAs there, the first person and the second person. Okay, go ahead. I want to hear all your problems. We will solve them today. What is your local government?
My local government is local government.
Okay.
In some of these local governments, we see some women being asked to pay for a certain fee. They will pay 7,000.
Everything has been abolished.
Okay.
It's only those that have shops will pay consolidated revenue. Only one revenue.
Amen.
Okay? And all the women now, all those small women, we are going to assist you today. Okay? In the women of the capital city, we are going to be donating the sum of 20 million grant to them. And then the 13 local government market women, every local government will donate 10 million to them. Now, what we want you to do is that if there is any way we had collected revenue from these people, you will use that to assist them. If these people that are selling vegetables, you can assist them. You can be 5,000, 10,000, but make sure it gets to all these women that are not doing much. It will assist. So a total of 150 million will go to the market women.
The chairman, Honorable Clement Order,
Approved. Approved. Now, hold on. Where are the chairmen of local government? Can you please stand up? Where are the coordinators? Coordinators. Very well. Please listen to this agreement. From today, all revenue collection in local government development sector is hereby suspended. Suspended. What do we want to do? We want to use Thursday and Friday to meet with all the chairmen and all the coordinators and all the market men and women. Let us see what is being collected. Let us agree on how it is collected. Our people should not be harassed. Our people are being harassed by these revenue collectors. And the law says that if you are a revenue collector and you are harassing the people, you should go to prison. So we don't want any collection. Kobo, chairmen, coordinators, come to the meeting with, if it is your law, come, but our own overrides your own law. So the collection is going to be based on what government law of the state has approved. We are dividing ESCO members and boards and commission. The SIG will do that with deputy governor. And those in the south may go to the north to witness this meeting. Those in central, swap them. And so it will be concluded on Thursday and Friday. There must be no excuse. It is only the revenue agreed and method of collection agreed that will be allowed in the development centers and the local government areas. Anybody who does otherwise is heading to the prison. We must know what you are collecting. We are not interested in the money you are collecting. It's not our interest. But whatever is happening in the local government and development center, it is the governor that is being called. And so I will fold my hands and allow that. So remember, it is Thursday and Friday. You contact the deputy governor and SIG and commissioner for local government. 3 of them are in charge. They will tell you the people that are coming. I expect on Thursday you can take 2 local governments. They will start to announce it, and we have enough time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, enough time to gather your data. All the market activities must be reviewed. So madam, you will share yourselves, organization, to go and monitor this discussion in the 3 zones. Where collections are happening and you don't like it, you have to voice it out. They will bring the report to ESCO. ESCO will decide. The position of coordinators and chairmen will be made known. The position of the market association will be made known. We take decision. All traditional rulers must attend that meeting. All town union presidents and executives must attend that meeting. All councillors and management committee must attend that meeting. Is that clear to us?
Yes, sir.
Which means that all the activities of contractors, this is it Afri-Page reality, suspended. Zero dispute, suspended. Semitech, suspended. Clemetrus, suspended. Kelichi investment, suspended. ENAC, suspended. Milton House, suspended. Livilizi Venture, suspended. I know that some of my executives, their hands are here secretly. But that day, una go confront everybody. It is only what we agreed that we pay. And the market women and men will help us in the collection of whatever that is agreed. And traditional rulers will now keep watch. Any legal collection should be reported also to the traditional rulers. and town union president. Is that okay? We want Ebonyans to be free. We don't want anybody in Ebonyi state to be oppressed by anybody. Is that okay? So the women, your matter is over. But don't send if you send your children to hawk during the school hour, we will arrest them, and when you come to claim them, we will arrest you. So no children of school age should be allowed to hawk during the school hours. And you must do operation show your PVC, our women. Is that okay? Yes, you set a date where you do rally for your very beautiful women. Yes. So you do a rally where we will attend, and then we will give you your money, 150 million naira. Thank you. Now the local government revenue people can now disembark. We have only 8 local governments here. The other 5 local governments that are outside the capital city, take note. The contractors must be exposed. We are not trying to know what you are doing, but we want to know how you are doing it, so that sanity will return to our state. Now, tenement rates. Tenement rates. Who are the people? The landlords can mount the rostrum, because I am going to get mad about tenement rates. They are not paying. The landlords should mount the rostrum. Who are the collectors? Give the woman to talk.
Chief Justice Okala, the chairman of the landlords.
Give the woman to talk.
Amen. Your Excellency, may God bless you in Jesus' name. I thank you for telling us today you are here to solve all the Ebonyians' problems. I'm here to present, this is what God wants me to tell you, sir. He wants you to be all-round governor. Your Excellency, God wants you to be all-round governor for him. I'm talking about, there is something that happened in civil service during the days of our ex-governor, first executive governor, Dr. Sam Omiyegu. There are a particular group of civil servants whose their promotion has been denied, even up to 15 years. And when our first executive governor was about to leave office, they organized a labor union. They met with His Excellency, and he approved that those officers who doesn't have additional qualification should be upgraded to their terminal cadre. But up to now, even the recent promotion that was being conducted, they are not included. And ever since then, the wrath of God fall upon civil services. And God has, yes.
I will solve the problem. Let them submit all their names to my chief press secretary. All their names. Submit to my chief press secretary. I will solve the problem.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello. Landlords. Because Agama standing already protocols of on the ground. And Agama is equal. Niger will be equal.
Please, can we have your attention? This is very important. Yes.
In Campo, but I lost about state, negative excellence. Where's your money? No one on our line at this state. I have a work connected. I have a right to work connected. What
in Abo State. Abo State was like Ayamu. Another state 2 weeks ago. For when you think the noise about Abo State. What has Abo State done? We saw Jack and Dellen. We're going to watch the Sansa. When she has not gone to Sansa on. Who could I love who could I? No, Abo State, the moment Abo State on there. No one be the longer gentleman. So, you can go your winner. When I say our amiable governor, I would assume I will get 2015. I can go on 2019. And the level of Abo State, up when I get the power. Every time the landlord, the tenant. If you are the tenant, you must be a worker to the landlord. So, and I was the new side in there with the Yakanako, Colonel Polono, or Abo State. So I take it in there. Second, the money I would assume, if I were with you. I mean, I was about property rate. I know government, and look at agree. Na property rate, and I know where.
You don't agree.
I will agree on 5%. Take a deputy government way. I will agree on 5%, and we are paying it. They don't support it. Na payment then a member that Nukuna is the TIA. The Nukuma is the TIA, especially the government officials. And I are where. Back support it. All the poor ones now for this property rate.
Okay.
In the area, there will be no problem. Also, not collecting this property rate, contractors, they want proper register. Property this year, next year without the register. Or Nicolau, Famora Nicolau, Famora Diapono, or Macadamia. Also, Nico, other one from the Luxury Faro. Above now, or to Tamara, especially the Nukum. Said never tax force. If they want 2 persons, everybody will rise up to pay. I never watch argument in taxation. If I can't say, but if I talk, I was a law Asefa. Here was an Asefa. I, the family agree, I get you what approve. I got a good. When they get you, I never put on the road. Next year, suddenly, if I rest again, I can go to pocket 500,000 each person will go pocket. Which is not proper.
This is rubbish. Then Kwari in the south is 4.8 million. Who is in charge?
Your Excellency,
Yeah, begin to tell yourself that the end of the, happy moment is over. Okay? Because you hear my pronouncement. This is rubbish. Then Umahi is 6 million. Who is there?
His Excellency, I'm here, sir.
Yeah, that's the same thing. To build that road that is destroyed is going to take not less than 1.5 billion. So is it 6 million, then 72 million in a year that I will use to build the road. We have to be reasonable. We have to be reasonable. Then Crush Rock is Shago.
Your Excellency, I'm here.
It's 1.275 million. It's very funny. Then Proxy Quarry Ezilo. It's not here, 300,000. Then Ezenyia Quarry is 1.9 million. This is rubbish. Father Wali, please. It's Father Wali. Please, Khan is going to do a very dangerous work for me. You will take this paper and go to the quarries. We want to collect our revenue from the quarry operators, or they should close. All these masqueraders should go and find work to do. How can you be collecting 33 million in a month in all this quarry in Ebonyi State? Do you know how much it takes to fix the roads? Even the chippings that the government buys alone, they pay over 50 million in a month. The chippings bought by government. So when you get to all the quarries, they should show you their way bill. Anyone that doesn't show way bill, we seal it up immediately. So from the way bill, you calculate what they are doing in a month, and we will collect the money from them. Let them collect it from those who are buying the chipping from them. And this was the decision of ESCO before now. And some of our government officials say, oh, these people don't agree to show their way bill. Who burned them? We seal up the place. So Father, we must get a minimum of 150 million from our quarries in Ebonyi State in a month. Please set up a committee to handle it. In the meantime, let them continue to be joking. Continue to joke and be giving us what you are giving us. Until when we are ready, we clean you out and then begin to collect directly from them. You know, because you see, the case is a case of cancer in the body. If the cancer, they chop the body small, the cancer will live long, the body will live long. But if the way you are doing like cancer, you are chopping the body, bam. You want the body to die, you will also die. So that is the meaning of it. Any of you that is ready to pay 4 times what is being collected here is the person that will work with us. But continue to work by the agreement, but just know that very soon we will terminate them. Okay? That is the message for the quarry. And traditional rulers and the local government chairman and town union, the landlord fees is hereby abolished in all the quarries. I thought the traditional rulers will clap, as they have been clapping. No payment of landlord fees again. It is illegal. People should not be overtaxed. We have revenue collectible by the communities. So let us stick to those revenues by the communities. If your own community did not do your agreement very well, contact your local government commissioner and do it well. The federal government warned us about multiple taxation. And so please, and any way the boys come to fight our government officials, they are now pricing prison. That is what it means. Because if you collect revenue that you are not supposed to collect, it is actionable. We don't want anybody being oppressed in Ebonyi State. But when we collect this revenue, it is for the benefit of our children. The federal government will look at us as people that are serious. Now when we say we have mineral resources, they say, how much do you make in your IGR, the mineral resources? We say 33 million in a month, which most of you are not paying. They can't take us seriously. Even in Enugu State that doesn't have this mineral, they make 68 million in this mineral just by dropping the chippings. So enough is enough on this thing. So will we look at the reports in the next 2 weeks and then take decision? But I prefer, unless otherwise stated and are paying up front, that we collect our revenue from the quarry operators. We gauge the average production in a month and use it to do plus and minus, and they should give us our money. Whether they are producing, they are not producing, not our business. They are on our land. You know, and you pay rent on the land. No be so abundance. So whether we agree or not, that's what we do. Now, thank you. Go and think well that as you are progressing, we should progress. But if you want to progress alone, it's not good. Now, we are now to the last one, which is the consolidated revenue. And if you go to the national news dailies, you see the consolidated revenue. The heads are business premises, waste management, Ministry of Agriculture, nothing, water resources. For you to pay water, you must make sure water is running. Don't pay any water rate if there is no water in your place. Ministry of Power. What is this? ICT should suspend collection of ICT. There is no payment on that yet. Okay, we are not collecting that. Then fire service, Ministry of Culture and Tourism, no collection. Just the consolidated revenue. So if you have any question about some of these things, you should come out here and complain to us so that we can solve the problem. If you have any question about the consolidation or consolidated revenue, you should come out and let us know so that we can address it here. But from henceforth, the revenues are a national issue, which means that don't go without having one copy, so that if anybody is telling you anything, you show him. And I've suspended all collection of revenues in arrears. Only pay 2018. Only 2018. If we want to visit 2017, we will let you know. Okay? We also suspended income tax. If we want to implement it, we will discuss with landlord association, with market men and women, you know, and other sectors of the society, which we will do very quickly. So Deputy Governor will set up a committee to review that immediately. So we are on the consolidated revenue. I thought we had some food for people or snacks. It's been shared. We not be human beings. Are we not hungry?
Information, Your Excellency. Information, Your Excellency.
Yeah.
On the consolidated revenue, Your Excellency, the only thing we collect is business premises,
yes,
fire service, and waste management.
What of environment?
The environment is that waste management, Your Excellency.
Okay.
Now, so, it's only the hotel that we pay tourism, not at the vet center.
Okay. Eboyans have heard you. So anybody who has issues and this revenue, don't pay cash. Don't pay cash. If anybody asks you to pay cash, get him arrested. Don't pay cash to anybody. Is that okay? And very soon we will display on television the common receipts. And in these receipts, we will have serial numbers for a particular month for each of this revenue. We have serial number for a particular month, so that if that month passes, there's no more for that particular serial number. Is that okay? So if there is no complaint about that, is there any order?
He wants to say something, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Umahi Sunday. I'm representing Master Bakers, Ebonyi State. Your Excellency, the Master Bakers, we bring good news, we bring appreciation, we thank you. We are proud of your governance in Ebonyi State, even beyond Ebonyi State. Like those of us from different states, various states like Enugu and Ebonyi. The area we are having issue mainly is on the waste management. The IGR given to us 2015 stated 275,000 total. The waste management is 20,000.
Hold on. I like this. You say the total amount given to you is how much?
275,000.
For how many years?
For a year.
Who is the contractor?
It depends on the location, Your Excellency. The town is divided.
Ask him the location. He's there with you.
The demand notice says business premises 30,000 per annum. Now it's in Abakaliki. It's from Internal Revenue Board, Abakaliki, Integrated Revenue Demand. Abakaliki, Banco. Okay, we have various branches, we have one street.
Hold on.
And we have others as...
Hold on. Is it given to you totaling all these branches?
No, Your Excellency. I said I am speaking on behalf of master bakers.
I'm asking you a question. This money they are charging you, is it for one branch?
It's for a bakery. Yes.
For one branch, because
for one bakery.
200 and what?
275,000.
For one branch.
Yes, Your Excellency.
SAIGR, who is the contractor?
The paper is showing here is paper out by 260. Not even this year nor last year, Your Excellency. So there's no contractor written there. So I can't acquire that the state government has served.
Just hold the paper very well. We are coming. We are coming for 16-17. Anybody who has not paid rent or paid revenues since 2015 in Ebonyi State will definitely pay. But we have suspended all such revenues to collect 2018. When we want to go to 17, we will let the public know. We will do public discussion and let them know. We go to 16, the same thing. We go to 15, the same thing. And all the people that have collected revenue from you illegally, just keep evidence because those people will permit it.
Thank you, Your Excellency. But please permit me, there is one area we will be paying this. The area I am going to is the waste management.
Yeah.
The waste management that says 20,000 per month.
Yeah.
And 20,000 per month gives 240,000.
Okay.
While the business premises says 30,000 per annum.
Okay.
And the fire service 5,000 per annum.
Okay.
So the area we are going to, we are finding it difficult. That 20,000 per month. We met with the authorities there, and they told us it's typing error. That is a mistake. That they are going to look into it. Since then, starting from that time till now, nothing has been done about it. And some of us have been paying, while some have closed down because they can't meet up with the demands of the challenges of the business. So that is the area we are finding it difficult. 20,000 per month for waste management. We agreed on these other ones and we've been paying. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Well, it's not every bakery that can pay 20,000. We have to review it and find out the ones that can, we should categorize that. But in the meantime, pay this year while we review it.
We are doing that, Your Excellency, sir.
Okay.
We plead for your assistance.
I have offered one. Pay this year and we review subsequently.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
Any other comments? One more person, please.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency, sir, all protocol due observed. Biko Masu Igbo. And we problem I in when Ebonyi State. Our governor is a great man. And and God will help you. Manowe na yo obuni gemebere. Nka I monitor ndị ka ha toro ọrụ a. Ha rụọ ya general. Maka na ndị a ụmụ task force a niile agụ na agụfa. So and they are bouncing on people.
SS Internal Security, back out. Let Khan do that of the tenement rate and that of the quarry.
Thank you, sir. Then this fire service,
it's not negotiable. I beg
Thank you, sir.
I beg you.
Finally, sir, this income tax, office,
it's not possible.
They are on me now, sir, personally.
We have suspended income tax.
Praise the Lord. Thank you, His
Don't praise the Lord yet. Don't praise the Lord yet. You will still pay.
Okay.
But we want to harmonize it by
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
More about apostle
Okay. More about apostle too.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, one more comment.
Yes, one minute.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, I am Honorable Chukwu Hyacinth Ngode, Chairman Hotel Association, Ebonyi State. Having talked on IGR, we have a task force that we formed that went into all the hotels to check whether IGR are being paid to the government by hotelers. Indeed, we even visited Osborne Lapa and demanded, and the accountant showed us evidence of payment and some other hotels. From observation, hotel is the next employer of labor in Ebonyi State after government. But now we discovered that most of the workers in the hotels are not registered. They don't have their voters card. I'm appealing that I need to be contacted so that a center, one or two, should be made available for hotel workers, especially to go and register.
No, sir. Get that to your task force to ensure that they go and register.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
God bless you, His Excellency. My name is Comrade Umahi, SUD President of Ebonyi State University. I stand to speak on behalf of the student president here, the entire student of Ebonyi State. Sir, I want to immensely thank you for this page 1, which I have come to note specifically, and that is the tenement rate 2016 approved chart. And I want to talk about the one-room self-con and then one-room blockhouse. Sir, you will agree with me that in our dear universities, in our dear campuses, like the Presco campus and CAS campus, that we pay, like myself, I pay 120,000 naira for self-con. And other persons pay 150,000 naira for self-con. Sir, what I stand here to beg that you graciously, since this has been approved, to bring up a task force that will join with the university, maybe the neighborhood watch, to make sure that this is implemented, because the students are lamenting. SA
students, SAIGR, and the student body should constitute the task force. Okay?
Thank you very much, sir.
It is approved. So
thank you, sir.
It is implemented.
Thank you, sir.
It's a law, so nobody should defy the law. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
And then this, your people are not paying our IGR too. That's, so we recover the IGR from them. Is that okay?
Sir, which of the IGR, sir?
SAIGR. I'm saying that in the student campuses, that the landlords are also not paying their own IGR from the rents. Or are they paying?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And God bless you. I think my
His Excellency, I bring to you greetings from leadership of NANS, Ebonyi State as is. In as much as we want to appreciate your infrastructural magic in the state and the state art league, the students of the state will wish to bring to you this honorable appeal. In as much as we continue to appreciate the reduction of school fees in our institution here in EBSU, we also appeal that same should be done to those in college education in Igbo and School of Health in Igbo, where they pay 50,000 fees and Igbo they pay for 7 school fees. We also appealing to you, sir, that in our campuses at night, we do face cases of armed robbery, rape, assault, and what have you, amidst the students. And we are appealing that you install street lights, possibly solar electric to our campuses, so that at night we enjoy what others are enjoying. Like when I was at the event last week, when I was at our meeting,
I can attest to you that my visit to Uniben was a wonderful one. Another campus within South and South. We also are feeling that the welfare of the students in the state is so lugubrious. And we are appealing to you, sir, that you please review this welfare scheme of the students, because we believe to be the future of the students.
What did you mean by welfare?
The welfare of the students, the welfare of the student leaders, sir.
What do you mean by their welfare?
The welfare of the student, like issue of scholarship, issue of bursary.
Shut your mouth up.
Yes, sir.
And be ashamed of yourself. When in this past 3 years, other states all over the federation increased school fees by 600%, 1,000%, 300%. We brought down school fees, and you say we should review welfare. I should take the money paid to civil servants to give you scholarship. Is that what you think I should do? Okay, I will not do that.
Other schools, sir, like other college of education and college of health.
I will not review the school fees down.
Yes, sir, we are feeling also in the shop incentives to student leaders. Like we have anti-court around the campuses. We are feeling that you give them buses so that they can use in working with security.
All protocols duly observed.
Thank you, Excellency.
Hello, My Excellency. All distinguished gentlemen and commissioners. So, My Excellency, I don't have word to greet you because it's only God that will bless you. I have my reason of coming here just to greet you and tell you certain things that is dating some images. Like I'm a brother called CIWBK, New Market Road at number 9. So I'm very grateful for the road you consulted at number 9 North within my area. That's the highest thing I was dancing with my senior sister that lost me the day that they were doing it as fast. So had it been just a photograph that is nothing about it, we see we are dancing with my senior sister. So I'm very grateful to you. And even they say that maybe it's because they wonderful. He was what she was. I thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you.
The man, wait, I get your point. So with that, I'm starting on here, but I'm paying my IDR, paying both my time, everything. But there's a harassment that I'm getting here that.
Yes, what is it?
There's a day that I'm getting. There are some boys that normally come here when they see my trailer try to park to offload, which will normally pay 1,000 each trailer.
It's not much.
They will rush on that trailer.
It's not much. Continue to pay. It's not much.
And remove the battery.
Oga, 1,000 for trailer to park. It's not much.
No, I'm not complaining about the 1,000. We are paying it.
What is the matter now?
The matter is that the trailer, once they are carrying motor and remove it, they see a trailer trying to go back to park well. Then the next thing to rush the driver and say that it's blocking road because the trailer must go from and go back in order to park well. Then they will rush the driver and collect the battery, especially once they need money.
We will look into it. We will look into it. Yes, thank you.
The problem I'm having is that where I'm celebrating in my own house, where I'm born and raised, till this my age, I was born here. There's my neighbor that is living there. Every time he saw my trailer, he will go to police and call police for me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What did he say last?
He said where he is living, each time he pass, the neighbor will invite police to come and arrest his trailer.
To arrest his trailer?
Yes, yes.
Go and sort it out in the police now.
Okay.
Find out why he's arresting their trailer. Okay? Now police matter. Maybe you have plenty trailer, the man no get even a machine. So you try and buy machine to give to the man. So as you are making noise with your trailer, you'll be making noise with his own machine. Live and let live. As you progress, the man must progress. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Please, let's put our hands together for our dear governor. Your Excellency, at this point, I would like to invite the Secretary of the Boy State Government, Dr. Hyginus Mobo, for a vote of thanks.
Your Excellency, the wonder-working Governor of Ebonyi State, today you have once more affirmed hope in the worth and dignity of the human person. Today you have demonstrated that your administration is a brilliant light after a decade of darkness. We thank you. You have proven that you are unaware of the extortions of the Ebonyi people through illegal taxation. Thank you for what you have done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What we owe to you, Your Excellency, is fervent prayers made in Ebonyi State, which your enemies are incapable of disparaging. Thank you. God bless you and bless you and bless Ebonyi people through Christ our Lord.
Thank you very much. Please, the women will thank you. You may wish to go back so that we can take the national anthem, please. Thank you for appreciating the governor. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Great market women. Congratulations. Thank you. The women, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. That is a very wonderful executive handshake. Thank you. Please, may we rise for the national anthem, please. National anthem.